Everything you are hearing about AI and your job is framed in two ways. It's framed as inevitable, the technology gets better, your job disappears, nothing anyone can do. And it's framed as competition, you versus the machine, and the machine is faster and cheaper and never sleeps. Both frames are wrong, or at best, they are one way of seeing it, and they happen to be the way of seeing it that benefits the people selling the technology. And recently, Mustafa Suleyman, who's the CEO of Microsoft AI, said that most white-collar jobs, lawyers, accountants, project managers, marketing people, will be fully automatable within 12 to 18 months. That's the inevitability frame, and it's a sales pitch. His company and other major AI companies have collectively invested $750 billion at least in AI infrastructure over the last couple of years. That money needs a return, and the only way that math works for their investors is if AI replaces human labour at massive scale. So when he tells you your job might be gone in 18 months, he's not warning you, he's telling his investors that the investment will pay off. But I want someone to actually walk me through how this really works. The economy's a loop, right? Companies pay workers, workers buy things, revenue comes back, automate away the workers, and the customers disappear. And who are you selling AI to exactly? The other AIs? Henry Ford figured this out 100 years ago. He paid his workers enough to buy the cars they built. It's not charity, it's the minimum viable economy. Now, if every company replaces its people with the same AI models, what is any company actually worth? Your talent was your moat, your institutional knowledge, the judgment your people built over decades. And yes, I know the argument. You do not need the people. You just need to know what they knew, train it in the AI, and you're done. But what you have captured in that place is a snapshot, a photograph of your institutional knowledge the day you took it. And the world moves, the snapshot does not. The people who would have adapted to the next thing you did not see coming are gone. Institutional knowledge is not a stockpile you can extract and keep. It's a river. Cut off the source and it dries up. So if I'm missing something, I would genuinely love someone to explain it to me. The only answers I've heard are that governments will redistribute the wealth, UBI, from the same people currently lobbying against that distribution and paying lots of money for that, or that new jobs will appear which directly contradicts the pitch they are making to their investors. They can't have it both ways. So now let me be honest about something. AI is moving very fast, and some of what's coming is real. Agents that can manage complex workflows end to end, vibe coding that lets anyone build software by describing what they want, systems that improve their own code. These aren't hypothetical. Some of this is happening right now, and more is coming this year. So if you're not paying attention to this and learning how to work with AI, you are making a mistake. But here is what I need you to hear. The thing that makes AI powerful is the same thing that makes it limited. It's extraordinary at pattern recognition, at combination, at speed, and doing things that can be described. Your intelligence is built for something else, for the unpredictable, for judgment under uncertainty, for reading a room, dropping a constraint, sensing what's not in the data yet. These aren't competing territories. They are doing different things, and when you put different things together, you don't get competition, you get a complement. So what if the real story isn't inevitability but complexity? What if there are decisions and incentives and institutions and economics that shape what actually happens, but the outcome depends on choices that we haven't made yet? And what if it's not competition but cooperation? What if the economics says that putting human intelligence and artificial intelligence together actually makes both more valuable? Now that's what 200 years of economic theory actually says, and nobody's really telling us that story. This series is going to. And I see your fear, I understand it. The fear is how I got into this work in the first place in 2016. And look, I know the thought underneath it all. What if they're right? What if this time is different? Well, then we're starting again, figuring it out with each. We've got to pick up the pieces. I mean, this is going to be very different, and we better be ready for that conversation too. So that's exactly why I made this series. Over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to break down this all into key concepts, what's actually happening right now, what history and economics tells us, what makes you irreplaceable, and what you can actually do. Because yes, you should be using AI. That part's real, but how you use it matters more than whether you use it. And that's a question about agency and authorship and purpose. It's not about panic. The entire conversation is framed as inevitable and framed as competition. This series makes that case that it's neither, that the economics is on your side, and that the people telling you otherwise have $750 billion relying on you believing something else. So follow me and let's get into it.